Hello, everyone. So today we're going to talk about understanding meditation for beginners. Now, understanding meditation doesn't have to be complicated, and I'm going to kind of walk you through it and some basic techniques that you can use as an individual to learn how to meditate. And honestly, anybody can do it. Don't worry about, being a part of a particular religion or a particular spiritual path. Anybody can meditate for a number of reasons, and the benefits are remarkable. The benefits are wonderful, and you'll find your life goes more smoothly because you can control yourself and you're calmer and you will be happier. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, if this video is helpful at all or you like anything that I put out, please hit that thumbs up down there. It's an easy way to help the channel, and leave a comment. It can be anything, and you can ask questions and I will try to answer them in the comment section below on YouTube. And if you want to help me out extra, you can become a patron on Patreon and give me a little bit of money a month, and you'll get access to extra content that I don't put on YouTube, plus access to all my YouTube videos. And to become a patron, go to patreon.com/darkrealist, capital D, capital R. And let's go ahead and get started and move to phase one. Have you ever been to an arcade where all the lights are bright, many colors, the sounds are loud, they're multifarious, there's a whole bunch of them, there's people yelling, there's random things happening, and there's all these stuffed animals that you just want to grab with that claw. Now, as far as getting this stuff, that's activating your desire, but mainly all of these random stimuli are meant to draw you in to basically play these games and to be in the arcade to draw you back. You're being berated by a number of sensory stimuli. Now, these sensory stimuli, they may seem to be only existing in a place like an arcade, but they don't. When you first start to meditate, when you isolate your world very small to your mind, you're going to start realizing how much the senses can be acute when you really isolate your world. Even if you're in a quiet room, even if you're focused, when you first start meditating, all your senses are going to seem like they're picking up every little thing, whether it's a little bit of pain, a weird sound that your nose is making. All of your senses are going to pick up every little thing, perhaps a light behind your eyelids. You need to work past that, work past all of these senses. Now, what do we do with these little irritations when they come to the surface? Do we scratch that itch? Do we alter our eyes? Do we adjust our sitting posture? You want to adjust your sitting posture at the very beginning, and I'll tell you why. Because when you start responding to all these little things that are wrong during meditation, it's creating the improper mental environment for you to succeed in meditation. So the reason why you have to allow these things to just pass rather than altering too much, as long as you're not actually hurting yourself during meditation. But the reason why you have to let them pass is because you're going to get intrusive thoughts. Now, intrusive thoughts, they're going to come again and again and again. You're going to try to just calm your mind, not think about anything. But the more that you try not to think about a monkey, the more that you will think about the monkey. So you have to let it pass. So when you get these intrusive thoughts, if you try to quell them, if you try to shove them back down, if you try to force your mind to be quiet, it's not going to be quiet because you're activating your emotions. You're using your emotions in a place that is supposed to be quiet. And that makes the mind stuff, the cheetah, the mind stuff that you're working with, trying to calm, it makes it more choppy. It makes it more violent. It makes it more aggravated. So even with the thoughts, just like with all those little irritants that you have when you first start meditating, and once again, you'll rest into it, or perhaps for the first time, you'll rest into it. Just let them pass. But when you get these thoughts, start off with letting those things pass, so that when the thoughts come, you also just let those pass. Imagine them going by like you're just watching cars on a street, not responding to them, not thinking about them. You're just allowing your mind to think, and you're just watching these thoughts go by, and you're not emotionally responding to them, and you're not engaging with them. You're not following every thought to a different thought or allowing it to go to a different conclusion. You're just allowing those thoughts to pass. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend that you use a meditation cushion like this one or a very thick pillow. Now sit down cross-legged, straighten your spine completely, and place your tailbone towards the edge of the cushion or pillow, and just kind of settle in and lean back just a bit. If you find that uncomfortable, you can sit on the edge of a bed, or even better, a straight back chair. Just make sure that your spine is straight and your posture is constantly erect. Now let's go ahead and go over some basic hand gestures. On each knee, you can place your pointer finger and your thumb together, or you can place your hand like this on your knees on each side. It does not matter, whichever one is more comfortable. Or you could put your fingers together like this for extra focus. Maxwell here is going to help me illustrate how the senses can bug you. And they most certainly will when you start meditating. Now, there's 3 different techniques that I'm going to talk about, and you can use all these techniques in combination. You can use 2 at a time or 1 at a time. So the first one I'm going to talk about is breathing. So you can breathe in for 5 seconds. Just count in your head, because you'll have to do that at the beginning. You can just count and just focus on counting and focus on your lungs. Focus on breathing. So breathe in for 5 seconds, just 5 slow seconds. Breathe in slowly, calmly. Hold for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 5 seconds. Now, even though you start counting, try to reach a point to where you don't have to think any number mentally. Try to get into a rhythm. It doesn't have to be exact, but try to get into this rhythm by practicing by counting mentally initially. And then just get into the rhythm, and your body will start to just do it automatically after a time. And then you're just focusing on your breath, just focusing on your lungs. That's where your attention should be. And just any thoughts that come in, just let them pass. Any little irritations that come in, let them pass. And the next technique is it's the so-hum technique. So as you inhale, think the word so. As you exhale, think the word hum. So you want to take vibration, you want to take activity away from your tongue, and that might be hard at the beginning, but take all activity away from your tongue, because even when we're thinking, sometimes we use the back of our tongue to kind of enunciate words or letters. Take it away from your tongue. This is great for trying to basically focus in your mind and to take the sensations and the activity away from your body. So inhale, exhale, hum. This one you don't have to count, or you can use it in conjunction with the counting. The third one is pushing out thought technique, and you can use this in conjunction as well. Inhale slowly, hold for a little bit, then as you exhale, feel this sensation of pushing thoughts out of your brain. It's strange to conjure up sensations in your head at first, but just try to feel the sensation as you slowly breathe out each time, that all the thoughts are being pushed out. It's almost like feel this bubble at the center of your brain, just pushing out all thoughts, all intrusive thoughts, all sensations. You'll slowly get the hang of it. Now, don't try to meditate too much at once. So when you're starting out, just try to go for 5 minutes. Now, you don't necessarily want to keep an alarm, because that kind of makes you hesitant to meditate and you're always like waiting for that alarm bell or something like that. But don't feel bad if you can't go for long periods of time like a lot of people. You can just go for 5 minutes at a time when you're first starting. Don't worry about it. And your internal clock, as far as how long you'll meditate, it'll get better. And don't try to keep track of it mentally. Just allow your meditation to happen, and don't focus too much on figuring out how long it has been mentally. You'll slowly get the hang of how minutes feel without really thinking about them. When you're first starting out, though, just try to do short meditations. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just try to practice these basics and try to get these basics down before you go for meditation length. It's not about how long you meditate. It's about how well you meditate, the quality of your meditation, not the length. Always remember that, because starting out, we all have these expectations. Oh, I can meditate for 15 minutes. I can meditate for 40 minutes. That's a good way to really throw you off the practice and not get you back on it, or to kind of defeat yourself because you're not getting down the basic techniques and then you're meditating badly for long periods of time. So just start with short meditations. Don't feel like you have to meditate for long periods at the beginning. See, it's as easy as that. Stick with it. Even if it's just 2 5-minute sessions a day at the beginning, slowly work your way up. And remember, don't just worry about the time, worry about the quality, but just try to do longer and longer meditations. You'll get your internal clock down. And you'll see remarkable evidence of how meditation works in your life. You'll be calmer. You'll sleep better, probably, most likely. And you'll be able to process thoughts and not be controlled by your emotions. You should always be able to control your emotions and your thoughts. They shouldn't control you. Meditation helps with that. Now, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, shoot them down in the comment section below on YouTube. I'd greatly appreciate it. Best way to help the channel, hit that thumbs up. It's really easy. And just leave a comment of thanks if you like this video at all. Regardless, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to continue watching the channel. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day.